Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming. We're back in Watch Dogs Legion. It's actually not raining, and in the background, just across there behind the trees, you can see the London Eye. So we're on the north side of the Thames. We're in a sort of small park. It's a very small park. It's not even a park really, it's more like we call it a square. It's not square, but that's what we call these things in central London, or it's a green, one or the other. Anyway, so today's thoughts, and actually it's a small thought, and actually it's kind of related to Watch Dogs Legion. This is something I was thinking while I was playing this the other day, and I was thinking, I'm really glad in a certain way that Watch Dogs Legion isn't super popular. I mean, I would love it to be popular because it would get a follow-up, but having said that, even that I'm not sure I'd want now, so I'll explain. Number one, if they made a follow-up to Watch Dogs Legion now, they would manage to make it awful, because everything they make now is pretty awful, and although Watch Dogs Legion is probably the most diverse multicultural game in the history of gaming, because it's in London, it's really reflective of London, which is probably one of the most multicultural diverse cities in the world, they would still manage to make it awful. They would change all the women obviously to look ugly and awful, and they would manage to make it worse somehow. And so that's the first thing. And secondly, I think that if it was a popular game, like they do with many games now for no reason, in fact they do it with TV and movies as well, they would want to remake it or remaster it, all that rubbish. And again, they would find a way to mess it up and make it weird. If they got their hands on it now, again, they managed to remaster it, so they managed to make all the women awful, or everyone would be a woman or something. I don't know what they did, but they managed to make it weird, because they would. And so I'm kind of glad. I thought about this the other night, and I was thinking, well, Watch Dogs Legion, as I said, is probably the most, at least the most, probably equal with a few others. I can't think of them all, but someone's going to tell me. But there's no game possible that's as diverse as Watch Dogs Legion, because it's set in London, so you've got every ethnicity and colour and way of behaving and dressing under the sun, because that's London, and it reflects it really well. But they would still manage to try to make this game, which is already as diverse as London already is, kind of weird, extra wokey and extra ugly and extra screwed up just for the sake of it. So yeah, I think I'm really glad now, although, like I said, when I realised this would never have a sequel, but how it was perceived, I've already talked about that. How it was perceived and received, I was disappointed, but in hindsight, the way gaming has gone, I'm really glad that the game I like the best, and a game that's very reflective of diverse society, because London is a game that will never be messed up by anybody, even though they would, because it's not popular enough to be remade or making another sequel, and that's it. And that's all I really wanted to say. So it's a kind of video about Watch Dogs Legion, but also about wokeism and everything else that's been going on in gaming. Anyway, thanks for watching from London, from Watch Dogs Legion, from the diverse and multicultural London and Watch Dogs Legion, which is all of those things. Take care for now.